What is up, you guys? Today I have Stephen Davis in the house, and we're going to be talking about the truth of critical race theory. And I thought, what better way to talk about critical race theory than the man himself? So, let's get it going.
Let's go.
For those that don't know, Black History Month actually started as just a week-long celebration in 1926. It wasn't fully recognized by the presidents of this country until 1976, 50 years later. Today, we're kicking things off on an academic foot to talk about three words that has a lot of misguided people clenching their fists. Those three words: critical race theory. You ever heard of it? It's cool, it's cool, don't worry, it doesn't matter.
Here we go.
I'm here to help shed some light and hopefully move y'all into action. Critical race theory, AKA CRT, is an area of study that was birthed by university professors in the late 1980s. Its aim was and still is to focus on systematic inequalities that exist within the institutions and laws that govern our country and disproportionately affect Black Americans.
That was a misinformation.
Dig deep enough and you'll find traces of critical race theory in the core writings of Fannie Lou Hamer, W.E.B. Du Bois, and Pauli Murray. Ever since the journalist Nicole Hannah-Jones published the brilliant Pulitzer Prize-winning 1619 Project in 2019,
by their own side.
The pressure has turned up to erase and dismiss the harsh realities that existed in this country, both then and now. Some of the most conservative among us believe that CRT was designed to help divide the country and convince younger white students that they are bad people.
Well, that's because it literally
When the
is.
previous president spoke
That's
about
what it
CRT, he further fanned the flames of white fragility and poked the conservative fear and insecurities. As a result, right-leaning parents and educators have decided that CRT is a poison and they must have this uprooted from the American education system.
Right-leaning,
Here's the thing.
like the push. Oh.
It was
Yeah,
never
we're the
studied
bad
in
guys,
K
huh?
through 12. Have you ever heard about CRT in high school? I'm not gonna lie, if those three words were ever a part of your academic career, you were most likely in law or graduate school.
Lies.
Critical race theory is about understanding the numerous systematic imbalances that have kept so many citizens in this nation from moving forward at a pace of equality. Look, in order for collective understanding to happen, all the members in the collective have to be willing and open and honest to have these cringe-worthy conversations. It begs the question,
CRT is indeed green.
what good are we as a nation if we're not willing to confront the ills of the past and educate our youth so they're not doomed to repeat the same mistakes that we'll never forget, but they sure want us to? At the end of the day, this is what we need to do, man. Be Black, buy Black, support Black. This is Jason Aaron with Revolt. Peace.
Oh boy.
I thought I was supposed to learn what critical race theory was.
Yeah.
I just heard a lot of virtue signaling,
That's it.
a lot of victimhood mentality here, but I want to know your thoughts.
It's kind of funny. One thing that he said is that it's not being taught in high school. You don't hear about it in high school, but you actually really do. There's this guy by the name of, especially K through 12. There's this guy by the name of Quentin Bostic, right? PhD. He's one of the people of the teaching lab, right? They disseminate material, give out material. And he said it to Project Veritas himself on hidden camera that as long as you don't say the words critical race theory, you can technically teach it, right?
Well, yeah, because it's diversity, equity, and inclusion. They
Absolutely.
have DEI people on the school boards and pushing what critical race theory is.
Yeah.
And he was saying it's not in the curriculum, but it is.
It is.
Everywhere.
It's 100%. Quentin Bostic himself said he sends the material to 2 different districts, school districts in Georgia. Okay, to K through 12. We're talking about kindergartners receiving this type of material. You see it all. It always has euphemistic expressions, right? It has anti-racism and teaching anti-racism, cultural competency. All these other different with diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Right.
And as long as you put it underneath this euphemistic expression, you can technically teach it. But it's still CRT.
It's the same thing with all their agendas, and he was saying that this has been going on forever, and the problem with CRT that I personally find is a problem is the victim mentality. It's
100%.
teaching that to children of it's teaching that your skin color matters, when in reality, it doesn't. I mean, we're not living in slave times right now. We have sex slavery and child trafficking going on.
We can speak on that.
But when you're talking about slavery and talking about how the effects are now, that's just untrue.
It's all about self-determination, right?
Yeah.
It's all about that. It's all about self-accountability and responsibility, which is what CRT does not teach, right? It says that black people are hopeless or helpless victims and white people are the oppressor, right? And it's always the oppressor-oppressed paradigm, especially when it comes to Marxism, because this is a part of Marxism, right? So it's the oppressor-oppressed paradigm that's always being showcased on a consistent basis to America. And here we go with the whole idea of race, oppressor-oppressed paradigm when it comes to race, same thing.
If you look hard enough, you can make anything racist at this point.
Literally.
Well, thanks guys for watching. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, leave a comment down below, and what are your thoughts on critical race theory being taught around the country? And tap that notification bell, but we'll see you next time.